Greetings, I'm here playing Makeup Professor on a beautiful Sunday morning in the Kentucky bluegrass. It is in the 80s, the birds are singing, flowers are blooming, the horses are running at the track. It's really quite stunning. For New Year's, I decided to go paraben-free. In April, I started looking into and learning about phenoxyethanol, which is a product that replaces parabens, and many people find that it is just as dangerous or even worse than parabens in your product. So now I'm also trying to rid my product line of that. And I'm not actually ridding my product. I put it in a rainy day drawer, and on occasion I'll pull those products out for a look. It's just that on an everyday basis, I don't want that many toxins on my skin. For an everyday basis, I'm making more careful choices about what I use. But the really, really fun part of that is that I get to try new product like Makeup Geek eyeshadow. This week in the mail, I got eyeshadows from Makeup Geek, which I had ordered, and I had ordered 4 of them. Unexpected, Wisteria, Pixie Dust, and Mango Tango. I have already gotten started with this look. I have done my brows and I have concealed. I have also primed the eyes. I wasn't using Makeup Geek products to do any of that work, so I thought I would just go ahead and do it off camera, save some time. To begin, I'm going to use this Revlon Photo Ready Sculpting Powder. It's a blush sculpting powder. If you saw another of my videos, you know this was for me a product fail. There's not enough pigment to it. Since there is not enough pigment in it, I am going to use the Makeup Geek shadow to boost it. I am going to use this color right here, Unexpected, and I'm going to mix it with the Revlon palette. Okay, that's good for now. I will go back to that palette and to that combination when I do the cheek color. For now, I want to start on the eyes. I'm going to use the Pink Papaya Super Wear Cream Shadow in Gold Lame. This is a bit like a Maybelline Color Tattoo, but it's a lot lighter, not quite as intense. I actually don't need anything like this Gold Lame product with the Makeup Geek shadows. You can control the intensity quite well with them. I'm going to start with the Pixie Dust. I really like this color. I'm going to apply most of the color here and then just wash it over. I do that for a couple of reasons. One, I like to draw attention away from the dark circles here. 2, I have crepiness in this area and I don't like to highlight or accentuate it, so I save this area in here just for concealer. Next, I'm going to take this color Unexpected and I'm going to run it across the crease area. At this point, I am just placing that color. I am going to blend it with this color right here, which is a soft lavender kind of color. It is Wisteria. It is a little bit darker than the camera is picking up. There's a lot of light outside today. What I have right now is just kind of a grapey color contour. Here's something I love about this Pixie Dust. You can really control the intensity of it. So I'm going to tap it ever so lightly on my brush and use it to highlight underneath the brow. I'm going to tightline using the Tarte Emphasize Eye High Definition Pencil. No. And I'm going to do the inner rim. I'm going to take just a little bit of that purple color up, the Wisteria. Again, I want to keep the attention away from this part of my eye where there's this darkness, and also from the inner part of my eye where there's quite a bit of crepiness. So where other people sometimes will put in shiny kinds of things to draw attention here, I'm always trying to draw attention out and up. It's just kind of the state of being 53. It doesn't bother me at all. I just look and it looks so beautiful on other people, but it's not for me. Maybe at one point it was, but not anymore. I'm going to take this Revlon color palette and take the highlighter color and just kind of soften out the lines a bit. I will curl my lashes, apply mascara. For cheeks, I'm going to go back to this Revlon Sculpting blush palette in pink. Again, these pigments are so intensely light, they will not work alone. So I'm going to pop this pink with the Wisteria color from Makeup Geek. I'm just going to use that as a blush. Just taking a little bit of that Wisteria and adding it right through here. And this Revlon color palette does have this highlighter. And since I want it to be subtle, and it will be because there's not much pigment, I'm going to add that right in here. For the lips, I'm going to go with my lilac colors. The first color I'm going to go to is a favorite of mine. It's one I used a lot this spring. It's the Bare Escentuals Buxom Big and Healthy Lipstick in Acapulco, which is a rich lilac. On top of that, I'm going to use a Revlon lip butter in Gumdrop. Also a nice lavender shade. You can see it's very light. I love looking at the Makeup Geek gallery and seeing all of the expression and the creativity that comes out. It's amazing what work people do. If I were young again, I know what I would be doing. The internet wasn't around. There was no such thing as a Makeup Geek gallery or any of the other kind of look galleries that are out there, but I can guarantee you I would have been doing some pretty spiffy looks. I don't know that I would have had the skill to do it, but I certainly would have had the inclination. I appreciate that almost the way I would going to a museum. I just find it endlessly energizing and again so creative, and the color and the textures and the styles and the moods that are created are really amazing. And so I enjoy immensely looking at what younger people are doing in terms of color, in terms of texture, in terms of vibrant pigments or muted pigments or feathers or sparkles or glitter or any of the amazing ways they have come up with transforming themselves through cosmetic. I want to send out my kudos and my respect and my that girls and pats on the back to all the makeup artists out there who put their looks up on Pinterest and Instagram and um, YouTube and who Twitter them, and they just make it such a pleasure. It's such an enjoyable pastime for me to look at what people are creating through this medium. But I have to kind of keep in mind that I am 53, that I'm a professor, that I work in a professional context, and that I can't go hog wild the way I used to do when I was young. Now I am older and more mature, as they say, and more staid. I have to find ways of being inspired by the play that happens there and then kind of making it age appropriate for me and appropriate for my context. As always, thank you so much for watching me. Such a break from my usual routine, and I really enjoy it. I usually have a captive audience, people who are listening to me because they have to. They're in my class. So it's really kind of fun to have people who just watch because they want to. It's amazing. Again, today's look was 100% paraben-free and 100% phenoxyethanol free, and it was a great pleasure to play with these products. Please subscribe, please comment, please continue to watch. Get me on Twitter and chat with me. Thank you. Enjoy your days. Bye.